think Australian game designers have a unique voice?
I don't think we have a unique voice. I do think we have a growing voice.
I don't think we're utilising quite enough. There's more and more every year, but I think we really need to push more and more and more to get a unique Australian look.
The number of people that we see is definitely growing exponentially year on year, which is awesome, which I think will then allow us to find a voice. I just don't think we're big enough yet.
Australian designers do have a unique voice in their expression and the way that they can design games that is unique, and I hope that that catches on globally. I think that there's something that is different about Australian design games.
They do have their own unique voice, but it's also, I don't want to steer too into that because I think that globally our games can be received by the global market as well. So I think that, I think that they're definitely aligning with what the rest of the world wants if we can get their games to the rest of the world.
So we've got a thriving game design scene here. And we have a lot of designers making, I'd say, light to medium weight games. We don't tend to have a lot of designers making the really heavy games. And even our internationally famous designers tend to mostly be in the light to medium weight sort of design space. So I think we're making generally games that are easy to get your head around, but have a really satisfying amount of depth when you learn how to play them. And I think that at the moment is the characteristic of Australian game design.
Do you think Australian gamers have a preference in genre, taste, style of games, or do you think it matches more with American, European, or Asian gamers?
I think we're probably more closely aligned to American. I don't think we're as big into the sort of heavier Euro sort of style. I think people like the more chucking dice, kind of a bit of the battling sort of style games.
I think that our audience likes their lighter games a lot more. Obviously you've got our strategy gamers, but our majority of our market is massively on that lighter side, the party side, and then the accessibility of the light to mid-weight games. So I think in Europe you can get away with publishing some super heavy games and it's going into mass market, but here you've got to keep it light and fast.
I also think the rise of the more family-friendly sort of style of game, in terms of theme and stuff, is definitely coming up. Yeah.
I don't know if I could say that we crave a particular type of game or a particular mechanic or anything like that. It seems that the games that are hot at Essen, Gen Con, anything like that are usually pretty hot here as well. So I wouldn't say a title that does well in Australia and then doesn't do well somewhere else as well.
So many factors that I'm not really sure you can easily characterize the Australian hobby game industry as really loving one thing or another. I think we're quite eclectic in our tastes, and it really depends on where you are in your journey through playing board games and who you play with.
From my experience gaming with people from all over the world, I find Australians a lot more open to trying a whole range of different games. Heavy games all the way through light, whereas I find elsewhere I've gone, there's more stronger pockets of like, I like these games and I don't really try anything else.
I'd say Australia is like a bit of a hybrid in taste between America and England and European games. I would say it really depends on where you are in the board game hobby, like how new you are to the hobby and the types of games you like.
All the people I meet in the community in Australia are willing to try absolutely everything, which is fantastic.